Homeworld Pie. I'm not solo. I'm here with Spencer, gonna help us out on the dual commander coverage for this is week 5?
Yeah, week 5. We got 3 more after this.
Yeah, 3 more coming down to the line. We're gonna have that dual commander championship. We got a whole new leaderboard for these guys. Mm-hmm. We got some amazing players and some amazing decks. So we got 2 different deck lists. We're gonna roll in to see what they look like, and you're gonna tell me how these decks play. First off, with Tamiyo.
Yeah. So we've got this mono blue style deck. Well, it is. I mean, it's green and blue, but if you look through here, you'll notice that there's not a whole lot of green cards.
I'll have to get to it in just a minute.
And I assume, if you're gonna have a green card in your mono blue deck, what would you put? Maybe like.
Sylvan Library.
Oh, it's Oko. Okay.
Oh, Oko. Yeah, we actually just talked
one
about
blue
this.
Green. That's just the most broken mana cost.
What's the color spectrum
game.
for Nadu?
Simic.
Yeah,
you could run it in here.
Worldly Tutor is a great ad.
Okay, so we have Worldly Tutor. Tamiyo's safekeeping. So he has more green spells than I do in my list.
Look at that Sylvan Library though.
There's Sylvan Library, yeah. Cards. So this is very good with Tamiyo because. Sylvan Library, if you didn't know, you don't have to pay the 4 life. Like it counts as drawing those cards even if you don't pay the additional life. So if you have Tamiyo down, she flips off of Sylvan Library even if you don't pay the 4 life. So it's like very good. Go Tamiyo on 1, Sylvan Library on 2, flip your Tamiyo on 3 right away. It's pretty good. The only thing downside, I guess, is you don't get a clue that turn, which is kind of, but yeah, I mean.
I see a combo in here.
Yeah, we've got Painter's Servant and Grindstone, which is over here.
Yep.
So that's a combo of milling your opponent out. And then I think that's like the only combo in the deck.
So the rest of the deck is just really about tempo.
Counter spells, you have Engulf the Shore, you have like bounce spells. Mm-hmm. So you're just tempoing. You don't have a lot of ways in blue-green to answer to the board. So you're trying to answer on the stack.
Which is why you have so many different counter spells.
Lots of counter spells. Blue in this format's pretty busted because I mean it's not like over oppressive busted, but you do get access to like all the best counter spells that have ever been printed. So I mean
Which is why you see a lot of other players playing like
good ones.
aggro and some blue hate cards. It is kind of oppressive in this format because there's so many people playing it, not necessarily just because of the deck type. But there's a lot of decks that they go against here, so it's created this meta of a lot of different control players, kind of like what we're going to see here in Atraxa, is a little bit of a control deck.
Also, if you notice, every card in this deck on the Mox field is foil, and that is actually his deck.
Yeah.
Like, this is every foil.
I'm going to put that in the chat for you guys, because I want you to take a look and just how glorified.
Like, every art you see on here is what they are, and every foil is what they are as well. So.
And they are foil. Like, this man, I've worked a little bit sometimes to help him out. He loves old border foils. He doesn't have the Lorien revealed.
The nice one.
The nice one.
They did make a nicer version of that. This is a newer deck to the format because Tamiyo just came out. So this is a new strategy that's been going on since Nadu and Ajani got banned. They were oppressive because they were like dominating the format, but they got banned, and now we're seeing the other commanders like Flage, Tamiyo, and some other ones coming in there in the mix. But Tamiyo seems like she's been the one that's stuck around the most since Nadu and Ajani got banned. So,
yeah, absolutely. It's nice to see this because this is coming out from Modern Horizons 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we got a whole new commander with a whole new...
This set was very good for this format.
Right.
A lot of good cards, a lot of good commanders, but I think multiple people are playing Tamiyo in our league now. So I've got Winter Moon by Tamiyo recently.
Yeah, it is funny. It is funny.
Yeah. Winter Moon is very good. I
talk about this
card
a
lot.
I want to bring this up here because this card is really oppressive.
So you're a mono blue deck. You have like 3 or 4 green cards in your deck. So this card right here is busted, so busted in your deck because you're running 19. Is there a forest in here? There might be. Yeah. So you're running 20 basic lands in this deck. So use Winter Moon in this format is very, very good because everybody's playing 3 to 4 colors, and you're always going to get value out of this thing where it's just going to lock some people down for multiple turns. Even against Feldon, another mono-colored deck, mono red. I played Winter Moon because the Feldon player, he designed his deck to have more utility in the land base because lands in this format are very good, and getting more utility out of your aggro deck in your land base is very good. So his deck was designed for utility lands, which usually the Winter Moon can't untap more than one non-basic a turn isn't going to be good against a mono red deck. But I did this against him with all these utility lands down, and he was only able to untap one land a turn, and the aggro deck is trying to play multiple spells a turn to kill you. So like he was limited to one spell a turn, and it actually like worked very good against him.
Wow! And man just said he was heavy on this thing.
But there was
so big.
But their Winter Moon isn't that good, funnily enough. Yeah.
So against certain decks, and you got to play because Feldon is really big right now. Some big aggro decks right now. I was just about to tell him because like even against a Slimefoot and Squee deck, which is a 3-color commander, plays heavy on playing the basics because it plays things like Blood Moon and Magus the Moon. So there are some decks that kind of like warps the way you play, but when you have greedy mana bases like this Atraxa player right here, or you have these greedy mana bases like the other Aragorn or other massive commanders that have like these 4 or 5 color spectrums, this card can win you the game as simply as it is for a Blood Moon player who knocks and punishes them for.
Funny thing about this card, it worked better against Feldon, the mono red deck, than it did against the 4-color Aragorn deck for me. I had this thing in my opening hand against 4-color Aragorn on the play, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so busted. I'm going to go turn 1 Tamiyo, turn 2 Winter Moon against the 4-color deck, and they're never going to untap their lands. And then he goes, Basic Forest, Birds of Paradise. Basic Plains, Teferi. And then he goes basic like mountain, and I'm just like, this dude had 3 basic mountains in his 4-color deck. I know he doesn't play more than one of each of those.
Yes.
I'm like, in my head, I'm like, there's no way he's playing more than each of those basics.
But this man was prepared, and just like
he didn't even fetch for them. He had them in his opening hand. He was ready for the Winter Moon. He knew it was coming.
This is exactly why I really want to do some funny videos here, because that's exactly how I feel when I play Blood Moon. Because if Blood Moon, and I'll tell you an even funnier story about like the way that these things work here. Yeah, is the way that these guys are talking about the untapped, the moon, Winter Moon, working about random decks. I was on mono red and modern. It was supposed to be an anti-meta deck. It was supposed to take things out. I played against, and this is a little bit back before the new format. So this is when Murktide was huge, and the Murktide player kept his Blood Moons in the main against me in round 2. Because he needed it against a mono red deck. He plays the Blood Moon, and you know what's in my hand?
What?
3 copies of Urza Slayer.
Oh yeah,
with 1 on the board.
That happened to me once with an Alpine Moon.
Just kills me out of nowhere with a Blood Moon in a mono red deck. But if I Blood Moon someone, what happens?
Nothing.
They
have all the basics.
Oh, here's a basic land. Okay, here's a basic land. I mean, I'm a 5-color commander.
Or they just draw 3 basic lands in a row for their draw step, and it's like, oh, cool.
Right?
That didn't do anything.
You're just like, what are you doing? Like, how is it every time I play the card, my opponent always just has it? But when they play it against me, and it doesn't even make sense to have it, they're like, you got screwed. That sucks to be you.
Yeah. That is always what happens for some reason.
Right?
It's a curse.
We might see some play against this greedy mana base from Atraxa, though. So let's find out. What's the Atraxa build doing here?
But if you look, you're playing a 7-mana commander here. How are we ramping to this thing? We have cards like Arcane Signet is like the best fast mana we get in this format.
Right.
And then you have, I don't know if he's playing like Growth Spiral maybe. That's about this. Where's the blue-green? I'm not even seeing Growth Spiral in this list.
Okay. Maybe he took it out.
Maybe he's not playing it.
It could be. I mean, it's so
either
hard.
way though.
It's really hard.
You don't get a lot of ramp in this format, so like yeah.
And
like,
even then, you got to be
the
really
fast mana is the best you get is pretty much Arcane Signet. Dark Ritual is another one that's good in the format, but that's a one-time use thing. It's not.
Okay, yeah. Nature says he plays Nature's Lore in 3 visits. Yeah, I can see that. Absolutely.
Nature's Lore 3 visits, good as well.
Absolutely.
And that is, you can play that in this format. I played it in my Golos deck.
Yeah, and Mansion's bringing up another really important thing about the way that these dual commanders play. He's talking about how these things are so disruptible, and that is what you see a lot at the in dual commander, and it's why it's my absolute favorite, because everything requires interaction. Everything requires me to have something so it's not just a one person doing things. So when you're in a format where everyone's forced to play the abrupt decays, the
Swords of Plowshares, fatal pushes, cut downs, long goodbye, There's a lot of good removal in this format. So.
Just saying no, real cheap on turn 2. Just saying stop what you're doing. I've had enough. And that's what makes the format good. So, anything else that we want to show off from the Atraxa deck before we get in there? Because I know we've seen
it a lot on camera.
Yeah,
so.
Is this the combo version or the control version? There's two different versions.
I don't really like to call this a combo version, but it kind of has a combo of. Actually, did he cut it?
Maybe.
No. Okay. I see Teferi's protection. Do we have balance?
He has to. There's no way it doesn't have balance. And I think it's
up here.
There you go.
It does look like he cut the. Okay. He has that. He has the balance Teferi's protection, and then he's also got this Jace that if you have no cards in your library, and you go to draw, you win the game. That combos with Tainted Pact. So you can Tainted Pact your entire deck, and then plus your Teferi to draw a card, and then you'll win the game on the spot. Or so not Teferi, but Jace. But
it's not really where the deck likes to go. It usually likes
it's a control deck.
Yeah, it's a control deck. You know, 7/7 that you win.
Yeah,
but if necessary,
if necessary, you can combo like that. Yeah. The main thing you're going to see is Dream Halls being searched with Demonic Tutor and Lighten Tutor, cards that are going to get him this card. He's going to play it on 5, and then you can play Atraxa on 5 instead of on 7. And also, if she keeps getting killed, you just keep paying commander tax and keep pitching cards and getting her right back out there.
It's just so oppressive. If Atraxa was to get hurt in the point where it could be a balancer, Dream Halls would be the card I would ask to get banned.
Yeah.
If
everybody complained about this deck for the longest time, but it's turned out to just be a mainstay in the format, and I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. All right, so starting off the top here, Court, man that's been on the screen several times. He's probably one of the best CEDH players I know. Yeah. The best commander player I know. Really fun guy. He's been on the stream before. You'll see him this Tuesday. You join us on Tuesday.
This is a matchup we have seen before too.
Yes.
We've seen Atraxa versus
hey, Benja, you were here for the other stuff. Thank you very much. You didn't get to see it yet. We got a brand new mat. This is what I'm talking about. Upgrades, baby, upgrades.
Yeah,
we had used to be on 2 different mats, and there's because we're trying to get the angles right.
A very dark corner.
Yeah, very dark. We used to be and Benja's overseas, so he didn't even know. We used to do this behind a shower curtain. I'm not even kidding. Just to stop the lighting issue, we were using shower curtains to try to get this thing. Now, glare anymore, as much as Nick tries to do it. He tries to blow up my camera. He can't. Not anymore. I got the stuff fixed. We got good lighting. We got ourselves some good seating. We got ourselves a good mat layout here. And we got ourselves a professional Pro Tour-esque mat to make this look. Thank you. It does look great, right? These are the kind of things that all of this feedback, the fact that I have 142 followers right now, this is what this feeds. The more we grow, the better this gets. I want to have face cams. I want to have card showing stuff. I was telling other people, Benji, you might have missed it in the last one, where I don't have the money to pay my editor for this yet. I can't have him sit here in the studio. I'm not even paying this guy. He found out that I was paying the editor, and he almost quit on me. I'm just kidding. No, he didn't. But he knows that it takes a grind. Editors are labor. I need to pay them. They earn their right. But my editor, I can only afford 6 YouTube videos a week. I can't afford him to sit over here and flash those cards for you and then also dual cast. But the more you help us grow, the more this channel gets out there, the more likely I'm going to be able to get to the point where I'm saying, yo, editor, here's a desk. Or, yo, editor, out there in ether, flash those cards. And then we'll have face cams, reactions. You'll get to see more personal hand cams.
Upgrades that will come eventually.
Exactly. And then we'll have cards being flopped up. So even when you're watching the YouTube videos or even here, every time someone plays a new card, it's right there.
Yep.
He's super quick. You're going to see it in the championship series. I saved up money. So when we get to the actual championship series and him and I are recording from LifeLink, you're going to see it real time. And that's what I want to give you. I just don't have the money to do it every single time. So you stick with us. You guys keep helping us grow. Get us some more followers. I missed a follower. Dang it. But yeah, help us keep growing on those followers. Give us those Basil bucks if you can. I'm talking to that Prime sub thing where it doesn't cost you any money.
Prime?
Yeah, and the more we grow, the better the content looks, and the more we can start really showing you what we're talking about in combo interaction.
Yeah.
So I love the upgrades. This is what we're telling you every little bit. This is what we do. If you've watched through our VODs, you're going to see massive upgrades, mic upgrades, camera upgrades, lighting upgrades.
We've already seen a bunch to begin with.
Yes. So. And it just every single time we do the streaming, it's a little bit better. It's like good camera, commenting what cards are being played helps a lot with it. Absolutely. Agreed.
Yep.
Yeah. This is 4, 6K, 10K. I don't know. What are they saying now? All right, so let's get the game.
Bayou from Court. He's on the play. So we're going to get Taxian Probe from Nick here. We're going to see Tropical Island, Plains, Fatal Push, Remand, Big Teferi, and Memory Deluge. Pretty good hand.
A little bit slower, too. But
yeah. We've got a push for the Tamiyo, so we can't really play Tamiyo into that. I mean, we could get it out of the hand, but...
And while this is competitive REL, one of the nice things that we like to do on camera, as soon as it's permission to scene by one player, we play face up.
Yep.
So he's going to leave his hand face up, all cards face down under the unknowns. Path to Exile says, do you guys have the Autobots and pull from cards from the screen while they're being played? We've tried 2 or 3 different layers. The only way we can make this work is if we get an exact copy from MTG Top 8, or I'm sorry, from the Mox field.
They're playing.
The exact same versions of the card, and then we have to have an additional camera over top. And because the community is barely giving me their deck list on time, let alone before I go live, it's too demanding right now. Yeah. I've seen it. We've tried to work with it. The other one was finicky. It worked sometimes and it didn't. And what we want to do is like keep the commander up here, flash the card, go back to the camera, or put the face cam up, flash the card, go back to camera, flash the card. Go back to camera. Yeah. And that requires a good in-studio hand. I think that would be the best form.
Eventually.
Yes. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I personally see happening here.
Got a Hedge Maze here. We surveilled and kept it on top here. So, yeah, this sucks that we saw... I guess it's better to see the Fatal Push than run the Tamiyo out into it without knowing. So, we got an Inventor's Fair here for Nick as well. Now, I believe this one can gain him life if he has like 3 artifacts on his turn at his upkeep, and it can... Okay, yeah.
I'm going to remand that Sylvan Library. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Sylvan Library is not coming down.
Can you imagine like getting that Sylvan Library out and then instant Tamiyo flip?
Now, doesn't Inventor's Fair also like 4 mana, tap, sacrifice it, and search for an artifact or something as well?
Yes, I believe so, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Man, Court is really off the camera.
Yeah.
He's out in the void.
We got to put up those little line breakers here. We've been talking about
and it can fetch an artifact for 4 mana. Yeah. Yep. All right, so we're replaying the Sylvan Library.
Manger says they are playing for the painter.
Man. He's just off the camera.
No, I mean we kind of see what his lands are here.
Yeah, then, I mean we've got enough for our Memory Deluge on the end step here if we want to.
The gameplay's gonna be up there, but it looks like we got a bio, a Tropical Island, Aspara's headquarters, and the plains.
Yeah, Rafine's Tower rather.
Rafine's Tower. Yeah. I'm sorry, my bad. It's so hard to tell the difference sometimes.
Well, we can only see half the card, so that doesn't help. We're gonna cycle Worry and Revealed here for Nick on the end step.
Let's be fair here. We're really covering more of Nick's side of the board because we love how beautiful his deck is, and we just wanted you guys to be impressed.
He gets more room at the table.
Yeah, we give him more space.
Yeah, we're eventually we're gonna have to put some tape on this table. Tell people to stay in here,
in this zone, in here. We'll get everything's a work in progress. I do love that we can see the gameplay, which is important. It's not perfect.
So Nick's tapped out, so I think Court is debating throwing off the Memory Deluge here, just so it doesn't get countered. We are going to throw it off. Okay.
I mean, you've got to get these things off because I can't imagine that Teferi is going to be long for this world.
No.
You don't want to set up a fairyland.
Nick's mana is a little bit awkward here as well, too, because he's only got 1 blue right now. So.
He's got blue-green.
Well, I'm saying he's only got 1 blue mana available. So,
okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, like, he can't play Tamiyo and hold up a counterspell or something.
It's true.
But he's seen 3 cards here, so he could find some more blue. Oh, although he did cycle the Worry and Revealed, so he just found another blue. Forgot about that. Yeah.
And he's going exactly for that basic. We just saw him add that basic island to hand. Tropical Island. Okay. So, plenty of extra answers here. This is the one he searched from the
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Look at his hand. I was like, there's no way he didn't fetch.
I was going to say, like, we cycled Worry and Revealed, so we do have more than 1 blue.
Yeah. Now, holding up that counter, I guarantee you, Nick is like, I'm not letting that Teferi land. It's just not happening.
That's game over if that thing comes down.
Yeah. The Teferi is another one of those extremely oppressive commanders that really forces people to play the kind of magic they don't like to play. All right, go pass him back. We're going to get another Sylvan Library here.
It's weird. It's almost like every Teferi they've ever printed is just a must answer.
Right.
And one of them doesn't let you answer it on their turn.
As soon as that lands, like, good luck. I love that the Sylvan Library is here, and the good heads up play. If you're back at home and you're playing with this card, put a die on top of your deck. I've seen so many people miss the trigger.
Mr. Sylvan Library trigger.
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
That doesn't feel good.
No, Nick has been playing this so long that he's not going to forget it. But if you're one of those players that's like learning how to play, just put a die on top of your deck to remind yourself.
Do you guys have your Moxfield profile? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We'll have to link it in there.
Yeah, Humbro Pie on Moxfield. I'm Humbro Pie on everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that should be pretty easy to find on there, I would assume.
Absolutely. So any of you out there who are looking for me on social media, Humbro Pie, it's out there. I even have OnlyFans. But that was actually to keep people from putting bad content out there. So there's actually nothing on there. Yes, I'm on Moxfield. I'm on Arc Deck. I'm on most of these decks, actually, if I have to rebuild them, are on Moxfield. So and some of the decks I get from, like the one I put in the list, that one's from the person who made it because they did the thing to show up there. But yes, I have all the social media. I wanted to lock down everything. I even own the domain for a web address that's currently not working. As soon as we get money, we'll fix it. We're having domain issues, but I own the IP to Humbro Pie, so no one can create a Humbro Pie.
That we're on is Humbro Pie.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch. I'm on Instagram. I never post anything because I'm not a big. I don't think I look that great. I don't think people want to see me, but I have it because I need to lock it in. And I'm on Facebook. So I'm on. If it's the social media, I have it. I'm even on some random communication chat apps and stuff like that. If it ends up taking off, just in case.
You never know.
You never know. If you want to find me on gaming consoles and stuff, like I play online games on my own on my off time. I'm Humbro Pie. Humbro Pie. Okay, let's get back
into the game.
Pinterest, yes.
Yes. Are you on Pinterest?
I'm pretty sure I am. It was pretty big.
Everything, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm still on.
Do you have an Etsy account? You have an Etsy account?
Did I create the Etsy account? I don't make anything yet, but I should. Again, with the Pinterest and the Instagram, I'm not big on photos myself. I'm not that good looking.
Tutor here for Nick. Assuming this is going to grab Dreamhost.
Like, do I look like Reed Duke? I can't do that. Brian Kibler? Do I look like Brian Kibler? I mean, come on.
Maybe no.
I mean, he's getting gray. He's getting gray. Maybe I can catch up to Brian Kibler. The whole point of this thing is just like, if it is politically oriented or something like that, I'll probably just not do it. I want to keep everything about just playing the game of Magic. Also, guys, did you watch The Boys? Yes.
I have not.
I've been a big fan of the series since it got started. This show's intense.
Well, I was wrong. Mm-hmm. We did not grab Dream Halls here.
1 and 2 were probably one of the best ones. Like coming out there, just seeing it. No spoilers. No spoilers. I'm not going to spoil anything. We don't. The same thing with One Piece. We don't do spoilers. I will say words, or I will say, not a big fan. The storyline sucked. Appreciate it. Yep. But yeah, I mean, they've been doing a really good job. I love the anti-hero stuff. Like one of the biggest things that you'll find out about me, and you probably can't
in the background.
See it.
Do you have some?
Screenshot. Can I send a screenshot? Don't send any screenshots because it might be a spoiler. It might be a spoiler, just in case. If you think it's appropriate for Twitch or something, I don't think I have it blocked anymore. I have a really good crew, so we're missing the gameplay here.
Yeah,
right.
We grabbed a binding off the Enlightened Suitor.
Okay, finally getting rid of that Sylvan Library. Finally finding an answer here. Some of those screenshots from that, they're not good. Oh, you've seen Kibler? Yeah. Yeah, we've seen him a couple times. He'll never remember.
The Sylvan Library is finally gone here, though.
Like we travel all the time. We saw him in last Vegas last year. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good call. Yeah. Good call. Appreciate it, man. Send it to me Discord. For those who don't know, I have a Discord down below. A lot of you guys followed from this. Thank you for doing so.
Ooh, we got Teferi Time Raveler on the stack here. This is a must answer here.
He's seen Kibler and the boys? All
right, so we've got Cryptic Command on Teferi Time Raveler here. See if Court has anything to fire back.
I guarantee he does. You don't play the Teferi.
I do see Memory Lapse in Nick's hand as well, so if Court does fire back, he will probably win the counter war.
We'll see.
Assuming, are we counter draw? Yep. All right, so we just let it go through.
Okay.
We're going to fetch here. unfortunately, we're only 2 colors, so we can't go grab another surveil land here. Maybe we're just grabbing breeding pool. We will see.
Yeah, I think I would just go with the basic at this point. Get the basic forest online. And then moon him.
Oh, Mystic Sanctuary. You can't grab that with Wooded Foothills.
And getting the critical, he's like, I'll do it again.
Yeah, but
I'll do it again.
He can't grab that with Wooded Foothills, though. It's an island.
Yeah.
Are we going to fix this, or...
What? He doesn't have enough basics?
No, he can't grab that with a Wooded Foothills.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Yeah, I was looking at the glare.
Okay, we did.
We fixed it. Okay. Judge!
Now, for those who don't know, that Mystic Sanctuary with Cryptic Command is pretty disgusting because you can counter and bounce your Mystic Sanctuary, and you can just keep doing that every turn.
Yes.
So you have an infinite counter spell.
Okay. I'm glad we fixed this. Yeah.
All right. So we did.
Come on, Mr. Rogers. Good heads up play. I mean, I'm telling everyone how great of a player you are, and here you are trying to Wooded Foothills. I can't even tell the difference. Those arts are so off the place. I thought it could. I don't know.
He was in a mono blue deck. Why would he have? Why would he have fetch lands that fetch for green?
I don't know. We broke Mystic Sanctuary, right? Get it with anything. It's just one of those fetchables from anything.
God, imagine if that thing was a dual land.
Right?
That would be disgusting.
Isn't it just uncommon too?
Yeah.
It's just, it was one of those uncommons that just really took off.
Ooh, Tangle Wire. Okay.
Tangle Wire. Okay.
It's a good one.
Something. I like this.
It's very good. Now, we didn't get Tamiyo down early to make a bunch of clues to tap to this thing, because that is a very good combo with this card. But
notice he hasn't even gone for his commander. He's just been leaving on the counter magic.
I'm pretty sure we still know of a Fatal Push in Court's hand over there, so...
Mr. Rogers over here is like, thank you. But by the way, he just assumes all his fetches just grab islands, because it's mostly an island-based deck. You got we looked at your deck, man. You got 4
it's basically mono blue. Why would my fetch lands grab green?
Right?
If it don't have 1 blue-green in its mana cost, we're not playing it. All right, we've got Stern Scolding on Tamiyo. It's a nice art card there.
You're gonna fight it? Nope. He's just gonna let it go to the ether. Okay. One of the other things I like about this is he's using that Tamiyo just to get those counters out of his hand.
Yeah, I mean, she's just she's so really good, because it's she gets counters out, she eats up removal, and then your other good creatures in blue just survive.
So I legitimately think that's exactly what Nick is trying to do right here. So he's trying to bait out as many as possible, and using that.
Nick knows what's in his hand too, so. We didn't know about Stern Scolding. We knew there was a Fatal Push, so we knew something was going to answer her. Now we're going to see Court have to tap 4 permanents at his upkeep here. You have not permanents. You have a choice of land, artifact, and creature, I believe, of things you can tap.
It attracts the back.
Now the good thing about this, though, for Nick, is it goes down to 3 at his turn, and he can tap Tangle Wire as one of the permanents, so it doesn't actually hurt him as much as it hurts your opponent.
Definitely throws the tempo in his favor, but he hasn't got to any of his win counts yet. So,
well, I mean, he could slam something here, because it looks like Cord only has 2 mana untapped after that. We're gonna see a
Bobble.
Mishra's Bobble.
He loves those old borders.
Oh yeah, these things are nice.
Did that thing have a serialized one? Because if he doesn't have the serialized version,
I think all of them had serialized.
You don't have the serialized version, Nick? How are you not having the serialized?
I might be wrong.
I don't know.
It might have only been the rares or mythics. But
okay.
All right, so we got 3 permanents tapped now.
Just pass back. We're going to see a lot of counter magic here. This is better than Nadu Summer, I promise you. Not to mention we get to talk to the chat while you guys are having some fun here. But this is how counter decks really play here.
2. We're going to see Tangle Wire and Bobble tap. Okay.
Just a really good tempo play. Is there any way to add the counters on Tangle Wire?
Proliferate.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything in this deck.
I don't think there's anything in this deck that does.
No.
It's just a very good card with Tamiyo, because you get a bunch of clues, and clues don't have to tap to sacrifice. So you can tap those to the Tangle Wire, and it never really hurts you, but it hurts your opponent.
All right.
Oh, here's we're just going to see a draw 2, discard 1 from Court here on the end step.
Yeah. Nick says, not a fan of serialized cards. Nothing special to be a random number on a card. Nothing different. Else different.
Yeah.
Nothing special about having the numbers 6 and 9.
420
or 420.
Anything like that.
They don't have any other meaning than what they represent as numbers, but There's nothing special about that, sir? Are you sure? You sure? I mean, 6/9 is my birthday. I don't know why everyone was thinking perverted about 6/9. True story, too. June 9th.
June 9th?
Yeah, June 9th.
Dang, man, I missed your birthday this year.
You did. I
didn't even tell you. I didn't even tell you happy birthday.
I cried. I cried in my own soup here. Like, I was looking
you didn't
for your
tell
text.
me.
I was waiting by the phone. I stared at it all day.
You were waiting
I was
for me to
sitting
send
here
a happy birthday.
just hoping that one day Spencer would recognize me. Recognize me, senpai.
That's screwed up. Ooh, Hallbreaker.
Oh my god!
Now
So
this right here is the control.
Yeah, this is huge. This is huge. If this goes unanswered right now, like this is the game.
Does
this?
I mean, court has to have removal here. Oh
no!
Yep.
Untap.
That's
No,
it.
this is the game. This is the game. Hallbreaker is the killer
That is over.
of these tempo decks here.
You see how fast Nick is moving right now? He knows.
Right? He knows it's over. This thing is his. He can bounce anything when he plays spells. Can you talk to people what else this thing does?
Yeah, so whenever he casts a spell, he can bounce a permanent or a spell. So like he can answer things on the stack with this card.
Yeah.
And it can also target itself to bounce. So like if they try to remove it or do a board wipe, you just bounce it back to your hand or bounce the board wipe back to their hand. It does some dumb things. And it can't be countered.
Manga just look at what's going to happen when he bounces.
Can't wait for Bobble Bounce. So yeah.
Or
Tangle Wire.
Tangle Wire.
On 4 every turn is nice. Yeah.
Just constantly keep playing this Tangle Wire down here.
That is going to be really good.
I don't know how Court gets out of this, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to sell it out.
This card right here is like control mirror breaker.
Yeah. This card hits. We've seen it on camera twice now. And both times I felt real bad.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just what do we do? Like, how do we even talk about it anymore? Hallbreaker's on the field, guys.
It's donezo.
If you don't answer this card, it's just over.
And Court is already at 10, so it's a 2-turn clock here.
Right?
I think this is where we see Court scoop it up.
It's just, yeah,
I don't know. You can't be very happy if you're on his side of the table right now.
Every time this thing hits me, I'm just like, it's Jover. It's Jover. Exactly, Major. It's Jover.
This card's my worst nightmare.
Am I mispronouncing it? Is it Hover? Jover? It's Hover.
All right, so Cryptic Man gets surveilled. We're going to bobble. What do we see?
Balance.
Like, okay. I mean, that could answer the Hallbreaker, but it probably won't.
No. So he's tapping out 1 planes for the curse wire here. I just look at his hand. Not just the glory of it. I love how beautiful it is, but just Nick has every answer for whatever he could throw at him right now.
Nick can start casting these spells just to bounce things.
Just because. I mean, can you imagine him like hard casting a Force of Will just to say I could? Like, no need to. He's just gonna hard cast it just so he could. Play the cantrips here. We're gonna see if Court can negate through this. Tapping 1 black. Is he gonna try and fatal push it? I'm just kidding. You can't.
This is Dark Ritual.
Yes.
I guess we're gonna try to cast Atraxa here.
And it's no, but I mean, I'm not gonna stop the Dark Red.
No, I'm just saying. I'm assuming we might be casting Dark Ritual. I don't know, or we could try to get Nick to bite on this, and we have something else.
Okay, all right. Nick's like, I got enough counter spells. I'll do this for days. Dark Rit.
So we're gonna have a trigger here. What are we targeting with this?
Imagine
we're targeting the Leyline.
Okay.
So we have Sylvan Library back. Now
good heads up play here.
Dark Ritual is getting memory lapsed. It's a very nice memory lapse too.
It's just, this is how oppressive it is with Hallbreaker. Understand that every single time he plays a spell, he gets to pick a permanent and bounce it. Every time he plays a spell. So, like,
you can bounce a permanent or a spell, so it can actually interact on the stack.
Yeah. Just absolutely tremendously difficult, especially with a full grip of counters in Nick's hand here. So, are we going to see a counter fight over the 3? That seems weird. So, we're going to see Leyline again. Okay. Targeting the Hallbreaker. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I guess Nick is just, which one do I use? Which one do I use? Paying 1? Not paying 1. The man has a slew of answers. You didn't get enough pets the first time? coming in here is like, no, I need third pets. I need fourth pets. Sorry, my HR manager is harassing you.
Okay, we're letting this happen. Notably, we do have Brazen Borrower to bounce the Leyline Binding again. So, all right, Memory Lapse is going to resolve. We're going to see Dark Ritual go on top. Hallbreaker Horror is under binding right now.
Yeah, but honestly, it's because he knows he has an answer.
Yeah,
it's really
he has
funny.
Brazen Borrower in his hand, so
yeah.
We're going to see Demonic Tutor get cast.
All right, so there comes a counter. No way, Nick, that's what's happened.
Yeah, let's happen, yeah.
Oh, okay. Why give more answers?
Did he have another counterspell? I don't know that he did.
I'm pretty sure he does. He has a cleave pool, doesn't he?
I don't know. I didn't really see.
Thanks for your slobber. She got all over my arm. All right, here we go. Just get rid of it there.
Unsubstantiate, bounce target permanents.
To your hand. He won't be able to recast it because this one does not have 5 colors. So domain is only possible to 4.
Well,
Force a Will. Okay, and there's that counter I told you about.
Flare of Denial. Okay.
Okay.
The weird thing is, though, Unsubstantiate only bounces a spell or a creature, so I don't think we should have been able to target that.
I love how Court does Demonic Tutor, at least in a suspicious way. Yes. I never feel comfortable when he plays Demonic Tutor. I never feel it. Because I feel like he always knows exactly what's in his deck when he needs. I play Demonic Tutor to remind myself what's in my deck. What are the answers I have for this situation?
So, yeah, the Unsubstantiate shouldn't have been able to target the Leyline Binding, but he did have Brazen Borrower in his hand, so it didn't really matter either way. Just should have been the other way around.
Yeah.
Because I believe it does say target spell or creature.
Got another situation.
But it's okay.
It's,
like I said, he had Brazen Borrower in his hand, so it didn't really change many things.
Imagine we might see a flicker.
Right, we're going to whir for 1 here.
Okay. What's this do?
It searches for a artifact that is 1 or less. We're going to go grab Grindstone. Maybe we have Painter Servant in our hand. Who knows?
Can be.
We could go search for Painter
Grindstone
Servant.
Incoming. Grindstone. Yeah, I definitely goofed it a couple times.
That's okay. I mean, like I said, you had the Brazen Borrower, so it didn't really change much. All right, so we have
There we go. Here's the combo. Are we going to see it? Fatal Push.
Yeah.
That's not going to be enough, though, right?
No,
because it's just going to go off. So those that don't understand what just happened here, we'll explain this to you. Those 2 cards, when it comes in, Painter Servant says name a color. So you name a color, whatever color you want to. And then the Grindstone says mill until you hit 2 different colors, right?
Something like that.
So you mill 3, and then until you hit
2 different
colors.
Yeah. Or it's not like let's pull it up.
Yeah, it's like the lands all are the color now because it would stop because lands were colorless, right? So the colorless would stop if you hit so many on the Grindstone. But because Painter Servant made every single card, including the lands, that color, every time you mill, you just keep milling. So really what happens is you tap the Grindstone, and it just mills your
target player mills 2 cards. If 2 cards that share a color were milled this way, repeat the process. So
yeah, sorry if they share.
Painter Servant names a color, and then you activate Grindstone, and then every card in their deck is that color. So
yeah, and keep going, and the Grindstone go brrr.
Arkham's Astrolabe. He was at one point. I think he cut it from his list though.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to talk to him about it. That's game 1.
So Nick got game 1 there.
Going to Nick.
And actually, what happened there is I think so. Court had the Fatal Push still, but I don't think he had the black mana to cast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it was untapped. Yeah. So he's like, oh, I tapped my mana wrong. Yeah. Okay. Dang.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, he cast the the Demonic Tutor, so he needed the black for that.
To find an answer, and then unfortunately I didn't.
And we had to use the Force of Will on the Unsubstantiate. So
yeah, I love that he had to go for that, even though he had the game locked down with that Hallbreaker.
Oh yeah,
he was just Nick. Are you just showing off? Is that what that is?
He's just showing off his cool cards.
He's like, hey, I want to show you all the really cool arts I have for all these cards here. Pat says, was the Painter Servant combo ever in any other format?
Yeah, it's actually been big in Legacy. I don't know if it's still big in Legacy, but like a few months ago, I don't think it is anymore because like Grief Scam is like all everybody wants to do in Legacy right now, and Psychic Frog and all that's pretty big. Yeah. But Legacy has always had like Painter Servant decks. Same exact combo.
Commander decks play with a combo deck. Obviously, dual commander. A lot of people play with that combo deck because it's just easy to tutor for certain things like that. And I think it's only legal in Commander Legacy. And Vintage.
So it says still fine in Legacy since they got Chaos Defiler. Yeah. Chaos Defiler is very good.
Very good card.
Also, you can get that with your Welder and all that. So very good.
Cauldron, absolutely.
Cauldron helps. Yep.
Quite a bit. So there are a lot of good answers for these things, and it's not as oppressive. I mean, most of the time they got to fight just to be able to get it on the board, especially in dual commander. You can't feel comfortable. I know that our Will player that shows up a lot, Rex, on camera, like he'll try his best to go.
Tamiyo on 1, no answer from court. This thing can get out of hand.
He knows he's got to fight for it. All right.
Are we going to see Tamiyo attack?
Unchecked. Ooh, I can't. I hope. Do you know what we call these? Boops.
Boops.
Ooh, he's booping. He's
get
booping.
Some clues.
That Tamiyo coming in with a large little boot. Anytime Tamiyo attacks, man.
Get that clue.
Get that clue.
She flips so easy, too. I ulted her like 3 times.
Oh, jeez.
I drew like 40 cards. I'm like, this is awesome.
If you're nice enough to Nick, I heard this as a rumor maybe, but if you're nice enough to Nick, he'll actually boop you on stream when he attacks. He'll actually come over there.
Give you a little boop.
But you got to be nice to him. He only does it to certain people. I've tried to be nice to him. It never works. The man still thinks I can't spell his name right.
Tamiyo is going unchecked. This is very good.
I love that we get to see what this commander does.
Got a Supreme Verdict.
Okay, all right.
Can't counter that one.
You can bounce though. You can bounce if he has the Brazenbauer. I don't know. I don't see.
Or the new one, Sink into Stupor.
Tamiyo.
Oh, yes, Tamiyo safekeeping. That gives indestructible.
Yes, it does. It's why you play it.
Dang, this is going to be very good for Nick here.
Right?
Jesus.
Fetching for, imagine a tropical island. And it's going to be like, that's a really cool card. Do you know what happens when something gets indestructible?
It doesn't die to
It doesn't die to Supreme Verdict.
Die to destruction.
Yeah.
I love that we have a force in our hand from court here, but that one's not usable on your own turn.
Yeah, it's true. So true.
So this Supreme Verdict is going to get pretty much countered.
Yeah.
Because it was only there to get rid of that Tamiyo.
And he gains 2 whole life, so he's now winning on the life game battle here.
Yeah. His life total is really important in this matchup.
Tremendously.
Well, that doesn't work.
That don't work. Let's hope he stops it. Let's hope. Judge.
Oh, no.
No.
We just got to... Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
How much did you guys have to drink again before you started this game?
We just got a 3-for-1 that never should have happened.
At all. What is happening, Judge? Judge, you both goofed. I know you did. Like, so this is the problem with you guys and your control players. You're so in the tank that you forget. Like, what
not
phase
all
you're
your
in.
Forces are usable on your turn,
right? Well, I think honestly because Court's so used to playing on his opponent's turn, he just forgot that he was supposed to be. Wait, reman on Verdict?
Well, yeah, you can't do that. You can reprieve it though. You
can reprieve it.
Actually, they are all cheaters.
I mean, Roger says, I just knew it was winning the counter war. Right? He's like, I don't care what you do. I'm winning regardless. These resources of yours, get rid of them. So you just saw something you shouldn't have seen happen here on Humble Pie at LifeLink Games here.
These things happen, guys.
They honestly sometimes...
It's easier to notice when you're watching the game than when you're actually in the game.
By the way, we're going to have a real judge there during the actual championship series.
Yeah, they're going to be watching over.
They're going to be watching over here.
Don't try to do this sneaky
stuff. Don't be trying to
there.
put that force of will here on your own turn.
Nick's just like, oh yeah, I get a free 3-for-1.
I honestly don't think he thought it was. Control players are so funny because they're not used to playing on their own turn. They really aren't. So they don't
know how their cards
they don't know how their cards work because they just assume they're going to be playing on their opponent's turn the whole time.
Cracking a clue. We got a sudden edict here. We can't respond to that one.
I would not be too surprised if both of them thought it was the other person's turn. Hands down.
Got a Shadow Spear here. Okay.
Okay.
That's your
off the board.
Yeah, and that is your Saga target. These ones don't feel as good to actually naturally draw.
Yeah.
I'd rather get them for free off my Saga,
right.
But
I was hoping to see like Tamiyo go raw. I want to see Tamiyo go raw.
I am actually about to make a change to my list. I want to put Pip-Boy in there.
Okay. All right.
Grab that off Saga, and it untaps 2 lands when the creature attacks. So
absolutely.
Crack those clues and then untap them. Combo.
That's disgusting. Has he missed 2 land drops now, or just 1 land drop?
2 at this
I feel like he's missed a couple here. Mine just says,
how
has
the
Shadow Spear
been in the deck?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll let Mr. Rogers answer that one.
There aren't too many good things you can put the Shadow Spear on, but it is a free target for Saga. So, and it's one of the better 1 mana ones you can get. So
absolutely.
But hey, you can put it on Tamiyo and start swinging for 1 a turn. It's a clock. Although I assume it is pretty damn good if you put it on a True Name Nemesis.
Right.
Miss a bunch of drops,
Yeah.
Hero of Dominaria. Ugh.
And,
that's not the one you want to see coming down.
No, not on a 2-land drop here. Like
we could see Court actually stabilize from this. It looked pretty grim there for a little bit.
But I mean, the stumbling right now. He's gone 3 turns now without a land. Is that a land? Hey, good. You're getting a land. Okay. Important for control to hit those land drops.
Teferi will take the game over, and I don't know that we have very many answers once it's on the board here. Brazen Borrower can bounce it, but
No More Lies looking like it's going to answer one of the questions here. Main just says Teferi Hero Dominator has to be the most hated Planeswalker
ever. Yeah, it's my favorite Planeswalker ever.
You know, I would argue the Oko.
Yeah,
and not now because it's not even in the Mendo. But if you want to talk about real hate, real internet hate, when Oko was in the format, that is all I saw. I couldn't turn to
Burn was playing that thing. They were splashing for Oko. It's like, what are we doing here?
Right?
Oh no, we're doing it again. We've seen a few too many goofs on this one, guys.
What is happening, guys? Like, is the camera getting to you? Is the lights just like throwing you guys into a temperature that you can't figure this thing out? I mean,
it's just infinite card advantage, yeah.
Honestly, I'm with you, Menja. I hate it too. I'm with you too. Just, it's so difficult to deal with after it gets down. I hate seeing it. But I was just thinking of like the level of hate that I've seen on the internet. People live with. You got people like putting them on a mat and everybody else.
I need to take that card out of my deck since I don't know how it works.
Right?
It's okay.
I swear blue players look at like, oh, blue card, counter. Blue card, counter. There's no other text on
First time I ever played it, yeah. I did originally have that one in mine as well, but yeah, most of the bounce spells that you are playing can answer like other things other than creatures. So it's weird because like you would think they all share the same effects, but I don't know. Some of them don't.
Alrighty, pass back. Just land go. This is that control, amazing content that everybody loves.
This is what I live for.
But
hey, this is better than having the let's put the 2 on the screen and show where our Nadu's triggers are going.
You know how hard it is to get it with that thing? I played with a couple people that are smart enough to get those tiny dice.
Yeah.
Because good
so we got Snapcaster here.
Play snappy.
Because good
so we got Snapcaster here. It's going to get hit by Memory Lapse. Is that what it is? I don't know. I think it's Memory Lapse.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So...
Are we going to see a fight for the Snapcaster? No, he's just scooping it up.
Going to game 3.
Missed way too many land drops. Not to mention he's about to ult this Teferi.
Yeah, once Teferi gets down, it's so hard to answer.
Let alone when it ults, man.
Yeah, no. If that thing ults, you're done. Like,
the game
they start exiling your lands. You don't have anything to do. That thing, if that ever resolves in a control mirror, it's pretty much game over.
Of course, saying nice control deck. Because he controlled him. All right, so we're going to a game 3. I like it. I love to see it.
1-1.
Tad 1-1. Nick trying so hard to ruin this camera. So hard. And he's checking the time here. How much time we got left?
I imagine we don't have a lot of time left here.
Especially against blue.
Not just
blue.
in control mirror. No, I mean, usually that card gets down on the battlefield and it's really hard to answer. But if you have creatures to actually attack it with, then it's easier to answer. But if it survives like 1-2 turns, it's over. Yeah,
it's over every single time. Yep. 100% agree with you, Ninja. Like It demands an answer. That's why you never want to let it see it hit the board. But after it hits, figure out how to get that thing off the board as soon as possible. The problem with Tamiyo, though, is it doesn't have a lot of post ability to get rid of it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like blue-green, you don't have really any way to answer things when they're on the board. That's why you're playing all these bounce spells and stuff to try to get things back to their hands so you can counter it on the way back down.
Yeah. So the only thing I think we could have seen was a top deck maybe of Brazen Borrower that went uncountered.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, Court was going to defend that with his life.
Oh yeah.
Like
drawing 2 cards a turn and untapping mana.
I know that Teferi is the defender of Dominaria. Court is the defender of Teferi.
Yes.
Like he is. Like we need to have a Court card that says Defender of Teferi. Get him a sword and shield.
All right. Let's see here. All right, so Court does have Fatal Push, so he could answer Tamiyo on 1. So that is very good.
Taking an unsub
and running Cyclonic Rift.
Okay.
Cyclonic Rift does bounce and everything.
Yes, Cyclonic Rift is an oppressive card.
All right, so Court will have the answer here on turn 1 if he has black mana.
Cyclonic Rift.
Oh no, we don't have black mana. We have a Hedge Maze. Ooh.
Okay.
So we don't have an answer on turn 1.
Nope. I'm gonna need you to keep dual casting real quick because I'm still bothered by the fact that I didn't know that like he was in the boys and it's on my phone, so I want to check it out.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So you're gonna cast. I'm gonna find out about this because Maine just said he sent me a picture of this.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh if it's like something like
it's probably not even him.
It's just not. He said it to me. We're going here. We're gonna check this out.
Tamiyo is going unchecked here though, so we will get at least 1 clue out of this. And it looks like Court did leave the card on top with the Surveil, so we maybe found black mana.
I think it is too.
I want to see.
Dude. Okay. I'm gonna do the casting, and I think it's him. Just zoom in. I think it's real. I think it's real. The guy travels. Oh, we got a boop.
I don't know.
Should we do a poll if it's him? I don't think it was. I think it's him.
He didn't have great enough here.
Are you kidding me? The guy had. Have you seen him? He's like gray and then regular. It's like it's all over the place. I think it's him.
All right, so yeah, it looks like we found black mana now. We got a scrub land here.
All right.
So we'll be able to answer this Tamiyo as long as Nick doesn't have a free counter here. Ooh, he does have Tamiyo's safekeeping though.
Yeah.
Isn't it like lore specific that it's Tamiyo's safekeeping in the Tamiyo deck?
100%. That's why he picked that one. I'd love to ask him somehow. And we'll find out when we talk to him in Vegas. I'm going to actually save this, and when we see him in Vegas, we'll do it again. And Manji, I'll get back to you if I actually run into him in Vegas. I'm not saying like I'm important enough. I'm just, he'll probably have a booth and I can just say, I'll go over and talk to him. Yeah, is this you? He roams around a lot, okay? And he's really nice to people who are fans and stuff. So I'm sure I can go and run out.
Court not going for the fatal push here.
Vegas is not till October though, so you gotta stand by. We got a boop.
All right.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's a no. That's a no dog.
And that card has done some work in these past 2 games.
Hey, at least I did this correct. Okay, so good.
Yeah.
Heads up. The way that Leyline Binding works, it stays in the field. Just because you made it untargetable doesn't mean that it leaves. It has to stay on the field. It is an ETB trigger.
Yeah.
So at least it didn't throw that in the graveyard. Happy about that.
Got Gataxian Probe. We see Force of Negation, Wash Away, Fatal Push, Command Tower, Emrakul, and a Wrath of the Gods.
Kind of like on lands though. How many?
No, that's Teferi's Protection.
Yeah, Teferi's Protection. I don't see any lands here. Are we gonna see another land score here?
We don't have any. Oh, we had
one command
Reflecting Pool.
Or Reflecting Pool. Oh, jeez. It's so hard with so many different arts.
Yeah, they have a lot of different ones.
Prismatic Vista likely going to go for... Oh.
All right, we're going to Fatal Push in response to this fetch here.
Makes sense. Get him off the mana. Yep. Good heads-up play here from Court.
That was smart because it looked like
I think
Nick did have a counter. So
yeah. So if you see the heads-up play here, you want to walk them through exactly how he did this.
Yeah, he responded to the cracking of the fetch land so that...
Yes, leaving him with just 1 mana.
He wouldn't have 2 mana, which is usually what you need for a counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
One that actually would have countered that anyways.
Exactly. So really good timing there. This is why you got to be paying attention just about to every single move here. And I imagine this is going to be a long game
so
already in a long time here.
Alluring revealed here, so we're still got our clue. We're not cracking that. Looks like we needed that land drop there.
Yeah, I mean, Court needs it too. Like,
yeah.
Unless that face down card's another land card, Like,
Yeah, we'll see.
That is a costly hand. He's got force negation, I guess.
Nick's chumming along though. He's hitting his land drops.
And a lot of times in control mirrors, it is the land.
Oh yeah.
And
if you can hit your land drops, you're good. You can play more spells per turn, fight over more things.
Yeah.
Play more counter spells than your opponent.
Gonna fight for that Tamiyo?
See a 3-mana Tamiyo here. We're gonna see a wash away, and we're gonna see mental misstep on that. So that was a pretty good exchange there for Nick, I would say.
Agreed. Saw it coming.
We know most
Which is also a counterspell.
Yeah. Oh, we did hit our land.
Okay. That was right off the top. I think that.
I think it was the face down one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Making another clue.
We got another boop. Our boop count up to 2.
Odawara from hand.
I mean, it's really kind of sad how many times I've seen this Tamiyo run face first into core. It hasn't done anything to him.
Yeah.
The life doesn't keep.
Life total don't change. Ooh, a thing in the ice.
I love this.
Reprieve here.
Reprieve. Okay.
We're going to fight over this. It just bounces to your hand, so can be replayed at a later turn or this turn if you wanted to.
And he knows every single card in his hand, though. It's force negation.
We're going to fight over it, so logic not. Trying to stop him from hitting those land drops, I think, is what Nick is doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want him to draw that card with the reprieve.
That makes sense. Yeah, he recognizes the blood in the water. He knows what all his cards are. Got another face down. Wasn't a land.
It didn't hit the land drop.
Talking about. If you can't hit those,
Nick knows he's ahead now. If you can keep hitting these land drops and stay ahead,
right?
And he's got clues, so he should be able to keep hitting the land drops, I would assume.
Just another added benefit was Tamiyo here. Have we ever seen the Tamiyo flip on screen?
I don't know if we've seen it on stream yet.
Like, I know
she's very easy to flip.
We could have easily done it with the brainstorm here. But he's doing it in the end step.
Doing it in the end step, okay.
So he didn't want to use it to activate the Tamiyo, just likes the boops?
Well, I mean, Tamiyo will still activate here, but she won't be able to plus on Court's turn, obviously.
Is it? Okay. Hey, we got our first flip.
Thing in the ice is at 3 now.
Yep. First time we've seen this flip on camera. What does this thing do?
So it has 2 loyalty, plus 2 gives all attacking creatures that attack you or your planeswalkers -1/-0. Very good. And then a -3 of get back target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Mm-hmm. If it's a green card, you can add 1 color of mana of any color.
Okay.
And then -7 is draw half the cards in your library, rounded down, and then you have no maximum hand size the rest of the game.
What, just you're at half your deck?
Yeah.
With no maximum hand size? So you play you
just have 45 cards in your hand, and you're just
I don't have enough cards in here, but like you play like with your whole hand like this.
Pretty much.
Like
you just
win. Yeah.
You're not wrong. You do just win.
You just pick up the half of the deck and you're just like, I think I have an answer. 1 second.
I ulted her twice.
1 second. There's my answer.
Ultimate.
Wait, I think I got another answer here.
She's already at 6 here. Like she ticks up very fast. 2 more turns and she can ult.
I want to see so desperately right now Nick Rogers ult this thing and just see him try to handle holding on to half of his commander.
That's gonna be good.
Okay. Let's really slow it down here.
We're gonna see force negation here. Cast it.
Manga says, imagine if we get a situation
where we have an answer for this as well.
Dream holes on the board. Oh God. Can you imagine dream holes on the board?
That would be stupid.
Right?
All right, so Nick didn't even fight over this. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
I think he had a counter to fight over. I saw a spell pierce. That wouldn't have done anything. I think I saw a memory lapse, but I could be wrong.
I think he's super focused on just ultimating this Tamiyo.
Yeah. Protect the Tamiyo. If that thing ultimates, you're going to win the game.
Right. Like, he throws it out there, gets an extra answer out of his board. How close is he playing this Emrakul here?
We're going to be at 5, 6, 7. We're only at 7. Yeah.
7?
We're not very close.
Okay. So, not soon for this world, anyways. Nick, one time for me. Just one time, hold half of your deck in your hand. Just please.
It might happen this game. We're only 2 turns away from that.
I just want to see this so bad.
The cool thing about Tamiyo, too, is like, if she doesn't get hit at all, when she ultimates, she's still alive. She's still down to 1 loyalty. Yeah. So, like,
I think all of them actually have that capability because of the way that the trick goes up. But obviously, if you tick down first and then go up, then you would then they would die.
Like, I know Teferi, when he ultimates, he usually dies. So.
But you pretty much win the game.
Yeah, obviously. But this one is cool because it still sticks around.
Johnny,
I think.
Oh, okay.
Johnny, yeah.
Could be wrong. I actually haven't pulled a single one yet. So
we have a Vindicate here on the Tamiyo, so
there's a deck that runs 4 of them. I'm trying to build it. I'm working on it.
Doesn't look like we have an answer for this. Okay, so we're not going to see her ultimate, unfortunately.
Yeah. In modern, by the way, Manja. Yeah, there's a really cool modern deck I want to put together. No, what happened?
Tamiyo got vindicated.
No.
We had Spell Pierce, but Court's over there with 2 mana open.
Yeah. All right, Bobble. Does that trigger the thing there?
I think it only gets instant and sorceries.
Yeah.
Yeah, instant sorcery.
Okay.
Bobble.
There. And he's using that dice mechanic I told you about. Like anytime you need to remember something, because you know how many times we've watched bobble triggers get missed on camera here?
It's like a delayed trigger.
Yeah. On camera.
Brainstorm.
Okay. Showing off all the kind of arts here.
Yeah.
Who do you like between the two here right here? Nyx or Quartz Brainstorm?
That one's easy.
Yeah? What is it?
Nyx, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, why are you sorry? I would have picked the same one.
Mercadian Masked Foil is the best Brainstorm.
Yeah.
We see Snapcaster get back a Logic Nod on this Brainstorm here.
Okay.
Play Snappy.
Which should at least trigger that thing in the ice, or has he just forgotten if that's anything?
Well, it's still in the stack, so he still has time. We might have missed it, but that's okay.
I feel like he has played another spell that we missed.
We didn't know. We've definitely, that was the first one that I've seen that we got missed.
Okay. All right. Nick just doesn't. Okay, you remembered it. Okay.
We're good.
I think he just forgot that he has thing on the ice, honestly. He was like, Ting just does Ting things.
Yeah, I don't like that card. Every time it's down on the table, this is all it ever does for me.
Yeah,
it never flips.
It just sits there. That's why the Phoenix stopped playing with it, right?
Yeah, I mean, Shredder was just 10 times better in that deck.
Oh, gosh, yes. We saw that, how impressive that was when you played earlier today. You missed some fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching my gameplay.
We only had about 8 people say that it was so mean of you to beat up on no, I'm just kidding. Cairo, no one said anything.
Flashing a Brazen Bar, we're getting aggro here.
And see, this is what I love about it, because that's not how his deck is supposed to play. But you can change the way you play your deck.
What do we have here? Got a Solitude in response, okay. What are we gonna hit with this? I'm assuming thing in the ice. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no life gained. Just get off the board. All right. Notably, this one doesn't have flying. It just has lifelink.
Nope.
And it's one of the ones that actually looks like it should have flying. It's one of the ones that it's so funny because it's like Solitude is a cloud, and it should have flying, but it does not.
I could see it having flying.
But I think they already gave it too many keywords here. Oh,
we're gonna bounce it. Okay.
Interesting. Giving it back in the hand like that. Try to get the resources
to pitch that Teferi's protection.
So we can get the combo off. Ooh, it looks like a Teferi, honestly. Either that or I'm just triggered by seeing Teferis all the time. No, one mana?
For 1 mana.
It's not Teferi. No. What is that? What is that? What is that? I've never seen that before. Can you see it? What? And hit pause.
Can't be countered.
Hit pause.
Something summoning. Let's go to the deck list.
Something summoning.
Savage Summoning.
What does that do?
It can't be countered, and I saw that part, but
yeah. So it's a 1 mana instant. Green. Savage Summoning right here.
Can't be countered. The next creature card you cast this turn can be cast as though it had flash. That creature can't be countered if it enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter. Okay. So we're going to Savaging Summoning, and then we're going to
interesting choice.
The Solitude.
Interesting choice there.
Okay. Didn't want that to get countered. Going to hit the Brazen Bar. Now all we're left with is Emrakul. So how close are we to this Emrakul now? Because we do have creature in our graveyard now.
Interesting choice from Court here. Is the +1/+1 necessary? Because I feel like that should just be a Veil of Summer.
No, it's just the fact that you can summon a creature without it being counterable. Like if you're in a blue matchup, you can cast your Atraxa without it being able to be countered. It's pretty good.
We did see a remand here. Yeah, he's got it. Says no.
It's fine. He has Remand. Remand does not stop that. Reprieve does that.
Reprieve does.
I hate that Remand is like slightly different.
Right.
All right, so we have 4 types in the graveyard right now.
4 types.
So we're at 11 mana for this Emrakul here right now. We need 2 more.
Okay. Do you think that's why Nick's kind of wrapping up the aggro here?
Oh, yeah, he needs to finish this game. Because that Emrakul will bring the end.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It literally stopped Supreme Verdict.
Yeah, right. All right, so we got ourselves a 6-turn clock. I don't think Nick's going to last long enough if that Emrakul does hit. And he's got a full grip. Can Emrakul be countered?
It can be countered, but the triggered ability is on cast.
Yeah, so he's still going to get his turn.
Yep. Sorry, we're 3 mana away from the Emrakul.
They can take it, tails end it. Okay, and stifle. Or, yes, they could stifle it.
Yep.
Didn't think about that too. Yep.
Or consign to memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new one that I love.
Yeah, right. That card's so powerful. Counter target colorless spell.
Triggered ability, and it has replicate, so you can counter the Emrakul for 2 mana and the triggered ability on cast. We're gonna see Ether Spellbomb here. We're gonna Cryptic Command that, okay, and bounce the Leyline Binding.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It is notable if Nick has a bounce spell for the Leyline Binding, this would fizzle.
Agreed, Manja. Agreed. He loves it in Legacy. Yeah. I completely agree. I've been playing it a lot in my
Stifle Out or with Uro, yeah.
Yeah. You might see it on camera. I think you might see it on camera come this Tuesday with me in court.
For the Modern Series, yeah.
It was in my deck. I don't think I played it in my for that matchup, but
it's a very good one.
Yeah. That Modern.
So we're at 11 mana now. We're gonna Verdict.
Okay. Also, Earl and Talon Gates.
Talon Gates is also a funny interaction, yeah.
Absolutely. All right.
So we're going to see counter and bounce and draw 1 card. That was pretty good. Draw 2 cards.
Draw 2 cards, yeah. So it can't be countered notably, but it didn't matter because as soon as he bounced it, it really just made its effect irrelevant.
Oh, yeah. No, he didn't counter it. He drew 2 cards.
Just drew 2 cards and shit. Because he can't
counter the Secret Verdict, yeah.
Are we going to see a land Emrakul play? No.
Sunset Revelry.
Okay.
So this will gain 4 life and draw a card. Oh,
Torrential Gearhawk says no.
Torrential Gearhawk with Mystic Confluence is the best possible card you can flashback with that thing.
Right.
So counter unless you pay 6 and draw a card.
Good grief. Okay.
And now Gearhawk's going to start smacking for 5.
We're only 1 land away. And I think that right now you see Court counting up his resources to find out if he can play that Emrakul. That is the only card he has left.
It's 1 turn in this game.
Yep, it's do or die. That I think he has enough to cast it this turn, but he can't protect it. The only thing he has in hand is this Emrakul. So if this thing doesn't land, it's over.
He still gets to take a turn.
Oh, passing the turn. Okay. Yeah,
yep.
Coming in.
That's it. Nope. Oh, Wandering Emperor. Okay,
Wandering Emperor off the top.
Might have.
Here we go. We gonna see it. Well, it obviously got to fight it.
Spell Pierce. We're gonna pay the 2.
Obviously.
Now we probably have another counter. Memory lapse. Sorry, miscalculation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that one's getting countered, and we did.
Is that it? Is that the wrap up? Mr. Rogers breaking his camera curse in real time. Kind of. It was like 2 days ago. Congratulations, Mr. Rogers, who constantly comes at me and says, "I don't want to be on camera. I keep losing." Oh, did you lose this time, Mr. Rogers? Did you lose this time? We'll be right back. Thank you for your patience.
There's a Flage in that pack.
There better be.